All right, so it's what, February 13th or something?
The 13th.
And I haven't done a video in a while. Just do a general what I got going on sort of a thing. So here's, I priced this stuff up yesterday. We got I do video games too, so I got a ton of like Game Boys and stuff in. So
Game Boy.
So I got an Advance for 60, a red one for 90, an SP for 90, a $50 one, a $50 one, some games, a couple of Zeldas, and they both save. They're 30 bucks each. Got some Transformers. Got this guy, good customer, like, hey Steve, put that out, bro. So I'm like, all right.
A blue
I forgot his name already.
It's Charizard.
He told it to me. I just can't remember. Right? And then that guy. We got Gold Bug, 20 bucks, nice shape. I mean, I got boxes of Transformers. So I got to figure it out, but I never get to it.
It's best not to think about it.
Got this cool guy.
We have
Sky Sentry from Captain Power.
Captain Power.
His wings go for $20 alone, so it's probably a good deal at $20, right?
There are no modern Captain Power toys.
There's a sweet Power Pokemon Ranger complete.
Pokemon Ranger.
These are kind of in demand. $50.
A Nintendo aesthetic.
And there's a sweet NECA 2001 NECA, $40 loose. That's what they go for. It's crazy.
Godzilla.
They don't make these figures like that anymore. Then I got some sports cards. So I got a 1969 Globe playing card set.
The Globe.
$25 is all we sell for it.
I know nothing about
Got a couple of Gretzky rookies in. Got a couple of nice ones. One's
Considered
$1,000.
the best by everyone who knows.
One's an $800. And some other little stuff. So we got these guys both were pitching and coaches for the Twins, so it's a cool card. Dick Stalemazik and Dick Such. $2. So it's mostly 1978 Dave Parker, $1. We got a O.J. Simpson, $3, bro.
The juice.
He did murder someone. So.
Well, two someone's. Well,
at least.
It's
some old hockey.
Water under the bridge.
We got a Bobby Bonds rookie card, $2.
Bonds.
Some beat up Gretzky's, $5 each. Some vintage basketball, $10. That's how cheap everything is now. A Ray Bork rookie, $5. A Bossy rookie, $5. And the last Wilt Chamberlain card.
Wilt Chamberlain.
$15. He might have a big tall boy from the next year. I don't remember, but I think there's one other set after this where they might have one more card. But that's his last regular card. Look how cool he looks, bro.
From Conan the Destroyer.
I'd like to add to his list, bro, if you know what I mean.
He's like 8 feet tall. Well, it's hard.
But I got a long-term project that I got in that I got to work on.
He probably died young from being too tall.
Got this giant box of Garbage Pail Kid shiny cards.
Before my time.
Well, these are chromes, so
Chromium.
All these yellow ones, and I got to put them as lots and do something with this stuff. But I don't know. It seems like their price is so cheap right now. I might just keep them. But so I did do one of them. I did finish one of them, and it was the C cards, where they the C cards, bro. Yeah, here's a C card lot where there's a A and a B card, and C's are one every 100 packs, and these are all different C cards where they have a different name. These are undervalued, but boy, have they dropped in value. So they used to be a lot more, but they looks like 75, 20, 25, 15. So I'll sell this as a lot of C cards on eBay, maybe. I don't know. I just like these. I don't know. I think they're so cheap right now. Then you got, there's rare ones in here too. So I mean, they go all the way down. The numbering on these cards goes all the way down. This is a of 25. So I got 4 of 25s. Here's an F5 one. That one's pretty cool. Grim Jim.
The Grim Jim.
It was $450. I have no idea.
For a Garbage Pail.
No idea if it still is. And golds, which are of 50.
Gold.
I mean, that one's a good one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Baby hanging in a butcher shop.
Reminds me of Francis Bacon.
But man, I love Garbage Pail Kids, and I will buy them. And the market is really soft right now, so is it going to be softer? One would imagine, right? But how cool are like these black ones, right? These are called Black Waves, and they're numbered. Each one's numbered out of 99. This is not worth $80 anymore, but it was.
It should be.
It was. But these have just been sitting in my back room to do something with these things. No idea what to do with these. Wait, we got even more. Oh, these are black regular refractors. That's why they all suck, right?
Well,
You got black wave, and then there's a black refractor. I mean, what's the difference, bro? It's kind of a...
you don't want to smudge them.
That one's cool. Atom burn. See, it's atom bomb, but
It's
a lighter.
atom burn.
It's an atomic bomb.
We got glare there. Boom.
Let's do a price check on this. So
Price
this was
check.
$80 whenever I priced this, whenever that was. Let's see what an atom burn black refractor sells for on eBay. How much did I lose by not processing these? Atom burn black.
Blacked. The Black Series.
Well, the only problem is there's only 99 of these in the first place. What are the chances that it's going to be any information on eBay about it? Well, there's no black ones that have sold.
Not yet. They're waiting for us to strike.
That's the problem you run into with a lot of this newer stuff, is that no one cares. Why would some? So you go on current. There's a PSA 10 one for $350. That's a joke. Who cares?
The guy paid for the authentication.
Now we've got, so there's a $75 buy it now. 100, so, 80's like in the ballpark. But you'd be surprised at how low you'd have to price this to get a buy it now snap on eBay. So, even though there's none on though.
Well, because they want to go over every angle, every detail.
No, just people are cheap.
That too.
Yeah. So I'd probably have to put it at for $49.99 to sell it.
$49.99.
Am I going to sell that on eBay for $49.99? Pay the fees, free shipping?
Is it worth it?
No.
Is it worth it? No.
Just sits in a box. Now I'll sell it as a lot, right? But I don't have a lot of black non-refractor ones, so it'll probably just get put back in the box and I'll put it back on the shelf. But I looked at it, sorted it. I don't know. So I got comics. I got a cool comic. I've been saving comics for a video. So here's what I got that I priced up the last week or so. So we got 3 boxes. And I haven't put them out yet, but I will. Got a out-of-print Sailor Moon trade paperback lot. These are cool. They're 99 at 2001. One of them sells for like $60 alone. So I just did all 5 of them for 70.
Yeah, the rest are free.
Yeah.
Whichever that one is.
It's this one. Yeah,
Definitely
the top
that
one.
because it's first.
I finally got to that Buffy crap I
Buffy
bought
in
years
the-
ago.
oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
So here we go. We got Frey, full set, $20, not first print, but
Buffy
no one cares.
in the future.
This could have been priced at $10. No one cares.
I don't think the Buffy feature still happens.
Here's a Tales of the Vampire. Nothing to do with Buffy, but the guy who wrote it, Joss Whedon. $10, probably.
Yep.
I don't know.
We go
Seems
for
like the
Whedon.
right price. Some gal brought in a stack of cool comics, so I bought this from one gal.
Alice in Wonderland.
So we got a 1955, $25. Seems cheap to me, but we got Lady and the Tramp, $15. We got the most amazing Vincent Price cover with a bonus, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson from The Terror. I think, right? I could be wrong.
The Raven.
Right, well.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I got
One of
my
the all-timers.
Cormans confused.
Let's see, I forgot who drew this. I believe this is Toth, maybe? No, it's not Toth, but it's a guy who kind of looks like Toth. Let's see here. 1963. It's the unbelievable, exciting story of magic, bro.
Magic!
It's
There's
Tothy, but it's not Toth. Actually, I'm not sure who that is. It's not bad, though, right?
I mean, it looks like Vincent Price.
Looks like a Classics Illustrated comic, but it's got people getting killed, which is
So
always
it's better.
nice.
It's better than that.
I seem to remember the movie's better than this, though. They didn't... Come on, the battle is like... What? The cannonball explodes. Oh, boy. I mean, it's not terrible, but... Whoa, had to extend. Extend, bro. There's the Alan Moore thing. He says evermore at the end of the comic.
Evermore.
Anyway, that's a good book. That'll sell to the first nerd that sees it. The first boomer / nerd. There might be a guy who runs a shop over there in Apple Valley. Might want that one too. So we'll see.
1 or 2. I don't. We don't
All
know
right,
any
so we
of
got
those.
Peter Pan. I hate Peter Pan, but
hate
you know,
Peter Pan?
well, I'm not a Peter. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to grow up.
Oh, I
So
actually,
now when I see adults who don't want to be adults and they want to be kids again, I just like, come on, bro.
I never put on a baseball hat.
That's a beautiful cover, right?
Oh yeah,
Sleeping Beauty and the Prince.
and the Prince.
Beautiful. 59. We got
Snow White
the
and the
second
Seven
the
Dwarfs.
second one. There's a 1944 one that's,
Better.
well, it's worth more money, but these are like decent shape though. These are all VG plus. These are perfectly acceptable books, and they do sell on eBay for more than guide. They also don't sell on eBay for over guide.
No,
So
it's that.
we got a beat up Dumbo, but it's a very vintage 4-color, 234, 1949. We got the Haley Mills thing still going strong. Now it's down to 10 because the boomers that jerked off to her are all dead.
No, they didn't make it.
They didn't make it, bro. But they had a thing for Haley Mills for some reason. I don't know what it is.
There was only one Haley Mills. There was not two of them.
Well, if you're gonna,
That was trick photography.
yes.
Okay.
And that's very rare.
I dream of dreams.
There's only 2 issues of this comic, right? And I got both, so I put them in for $100 for the pair. But these are very, very rare. It's hard to believe they're only $100 for the pair, but.
And that is how Larry Hagman looks without his Dallas hat on.
Now, the current market of comics is like first appearance, So here's the first appearance of I Dream of Jeannie.
Of Barbara Eden in comic form.
And, gun to my head, that's VG plus, right? Yeah. So I don't know, it seems cheap, but I don't think anybody cares. Then I got some Star Wars, 2 different reprints. They're still $25. A year ago they were $50. So the market has completely crumbled on Marvel Star Wars.
Crumbled
by half. If I would have priced these a year ago, they'd been $50 a piece. They shouldn't even be 25, but it is a Star Wars #1 from 1977.
I mean,
I got some super packs. This is
more Buffy.
Season 8 of Buffy. Unfortunately, there's 40 issues, and this gal got tired and didn't have number 40. Anyway, these go for way more on eBay, but I went 45 issues for $100. You get the whole saga of Season 8.
The continued story of Buffy Summers.
We got some Angels. Here's 34 Angel
comic.
books for $60. It seems cheap, doesn't it? It's got both photo and art. It's a double set, but I don't know. I'm just gonna sit in a box, but somebody will get excited. Here's an Angel second set. 8 books, $10. Some more Angels, just 31 Angels from IDW, 25. They sliced the license back then. There was a Buffy license and an Angel license.
They couldn't converge at any point.
Didn't Angel switch networks or something?
I actually don't. Yeah, one was on the WB and one was on CPN.
Yeah, that was odd. Reminds me of the Bionic Woman thing back in the day. Because Steve Austin was on a different network than the Bionic Woman.
It's terrible.
And Wonder Woman switched networks too. This box, all right, so I got a $10 Man
Man
Thing trade.
Thing.
Oh, God, these are just amazing. Oh, my God. Look at that beautifulness. Oh, these Marvel Essentials. Man. Now they're $50, though. That's why they're not selling. Because they just can't print them like they could for $35. But
as long as they're in color. Back in the old days, the Essentials were all black
all
and white
right,
and
so
terrible.
here's another box. So I got a bunch of these weird Marvel Universe things, right?
Now, is that the book or the game?
It was
not
Master
clear.
Edition, reprinted, updated for the game that they had. And so the people who played the TSR game, the Dungeons and Dragons Marvel game, use these. And they're kind of rare.
It's all a mystery to me.
They are kind of rare. If you could put a set of these together, I mean, they come sealed too, but most of them, there's a couple sealed ones in there. That's a pretty good deal for $10. We got a shiny one. Look at that, bro, $2.
Shiny.
We got Whatever Happened to Town of Troy, $5. This was a interesting story, but it's so messed up. DC, there's 14 different origins for her.
Yeah, it's a problem.
I don't know what the current one is.
Hawkman also. There are 3 versions of Hawkman.
All right, so
No one
what
understands
else we got
why.
here? Here's the first Jim Aparo
Jim Aparo Adventure
Spirit
Comics.
of Vengeance issue,
With the
$15. These have gone down in value quite a bit too, just in 2 years. These used to be like 30, but now they're. And these, I always thought there was a market for these cool.
Twisted Tales.
These are 87, 86? Oh, 82, 83. Here's the last 2 with that great Corbin cover. $10. Here's a run of 4 through 7 for $10. Here's an awesome Corbin, $10. Bertie Wrightson cover, $10. And this one's got one of the greatest stories of all time in this one. Oh, let's look at it. Now, back in my day, Z,
Yes.
the 80s, it was fairly common for girls who were sexually active
Yes.
to have crabs. Because we were hairy. We were hairy back then, and the crabs lived in the hair.
That was the way it was.
And this comic has the greatest crabs story of all time in it. Would you like to see it?
I will not be crabby.
It's called Infected.
Infected.
And this is the way it was back then. Is that you go all over the top. Anyway, Corbin did. I don't like the lettering on it, but it kind of works, I suppose. But Corbin's is just one of my all-timers. So he picks up this chick on the side of the road, you know. And she's had some severe personal problems. You know, broken girls. You know how it is.
One or two.
So he's like making his moves on her, bro.
Making the moves.
So he's holding her, brings her to her little cabin, like Summer of 42 style. And then, of course, he does the dirty deed. But then he wakes up and one of his fingers are gone and it's crabs. And she's this human crab woman. Oh, my God. That is what we're talking about. I mean, can you imagine 13-year-old Steve Brown reading that?
Like a whole new experience.
Man, I knew all about crabs. I knew all about the dirty deed, but I didn't know you could combine them into an incredible story.
You can.
Marie. And we got a pretty lame Alfred Alcala story here. He's not my favorite, so he's okay. But see how greasy his pencils are?
Yes.
Inks are? It's kind of greasy. I'm not saying that to be weird. I didn't mean it like that. But,
I mean,
his pencils are
the marks
slippery.
He makes.
Let's call it slippery.
The marks he makes, yeah.
And we got a Brett Blevins who, if he tries back then, comes across with a kind of a tender pencil. But this is just a rip-off of, like, help me out here. Hansel and Gretel.
Oh,
it's another Hansel and Gretel rip-off. Boring. And the last one, All Hallows Eve. Kind of an incel-y Tim Conrad. He's good. Bunch of mean, pimple-faced boys. It doesn't ever turn out good for those guys, though.
Usually not.
Yeah, does not turn out well. But it looks like that kid got burned alive. He probably should have been nicer.
Alive?
And then for some reason, regular guy who has been shopping here since he was a little kid, sold me his crappy Spawns.
Well,
for some reason.
they're not crappy, they're great. We love Spawn.
It's funny, this kid, I busted him shoplifting when he was little, and I cut him some slack because he was just a dumb kid, right?
He's just a Spawn fan.
And he's been a customer ever since. You know, I can give little kids a pass. So.
Well, these
anyway, you had a 1 in 100 haunted sketch variant that does sell for like $80 on eBay, but I'll take 50. You know, it's the difference between this and the regular one are insignificant. So I don't know why anybody cares. And we got some crappy Spawns. Every one crappier than the next. $8.
I mean,
there's the first anti-Spawn and the first Capuella. $5.
Look at Spawn number 1
and 2.
$1 billion value.
1 year ago, this comic would have been $50.
And now
$25 for 1 and 2.
$25 billion.
That's where we are at in the market. Here's some Grant Morrison slumming. 2 of them, $5.
Yeah, that's a problem that Todd had.
$5. And here's a number 50, bro.
Looks just like the first issue, but it's
sure does. $5. Here's a cool Japanese one with the Japanese thing, whatever they're called. $10.
It's
then a
cutting-edge
Bionicle,
cool.
number 6, $4. Then I got Darkling. They re-released
Darkling.
Archie put out these one-shots, and I went back and got some originals, so I could. The only appearance of Darkling was this book, so I put them together for $20 a piece because that's where I'm at.
There you go.
All right, then we got super packs. We got
Day of Judgment.
This is about the Green Lantern Spectre guy.
Yep.
Just awful, right? When Hal Jordan was Spectre, it's just like, what are you doing?
A weird period before 2006.
And we got Final Crisis, but it's not the Final Crisis. You know what I mean?
I mean,
they kept doing it. So this is all of it. It's actually not the worst comic ever.
No,
and the art is very good. So I don't know what happened to J.G. Jones, but I don't know. But this is 30 of them for $20. Oh, God. Back in the day, before Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles took over the world, this was a hot book. These are hanging on Schindler's walls for $25. Deathlock number 1. And they're not common. And this is a cool Just Go cover, 89 cover. So $10 for the 4 of them. This is Luther Manning, though, not the fake Deathlock.
Well,
and I decided to
Joss Whedon's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I had another stash of long boxes I forgot about from a couple of years ago, so I started kicking those in. So I did a 89 issues of Conan, 130 bucks. These are the later ones, but I get some pretty good deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's barely $2 each, not even. Here's a Spider-Man 2099 super set,
Miguel!
which I like to include the first appearance and #1.
So you know what's going and
1
where
year
it
ago.
is.
This comic alone was $25, and this was $20.
That was before the cartoon.
Well, no one cares now.
Now it's because the
Turns
cartoon
out they
came out.
printed
They
a
love
few.
Miguel.
There's a few of these on the market. So, talk about a few of them on the market. Here's the most common.
The most
comic ever
valuable
printed.
comic ever.
But this is a 1 through 16 plus near mints 100, and all 5 variants, including the very not rare Deadpool card variant. Right. So 21 of them for 30. Not only that, there's a first appearance of Domino in here that goes for $10 alone. That's a pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. Look at that! I even put a first print New Mutants 100 in there.
It's the final issue before
And then
X-Force.
you know me, I got kind of a thing for 70s
70s.
FFs,
FF.
Fantastic Four. So whenever I get I try to like keep them together because they're too cool. But here's 77 different ones, and there's 30 burn issues for $75.
John Byrne.
Less than $1 each. What am I doing, Z? And that'll just sit in the box
Until it's called
until
upon.
it sells. Until Sebastian Bach decides to come back in. You know,
He may. Any moment.
he could. He's like, "Oh, you remember me?" I'm like, "Yeah, Sebastian, I remember you." No, the question is, would he remember me?
Probably.
Of course he would.
He'd be like,
Right,
I
that
remember
cool.
the Galactus from
All
Toy
right, so
Biz.
then this box,
The
so I did
final
that.
box.
I did that lot, a $2,500 lot. You know, I'll give you an update on it. Some guy called and said he wanted to put $750 down. He never paid for it, so I still have it. It just sits there. You know, I didn't put it on eBay yet, but that same batch that I got that stuff from, I decided to reprice a bunch of stuff up from that same batch. This is not that collection, but this is anyway. So here's what I got. I got a Famous Monsters 114, my favorite issue of it. $20, the Godzilla issue.
Godzilla.
Just beat to hell. Believe it or not, that's what they sell for. I mean, how could you say no to that?
Can't say no.
I believe that's a Ken Kelly Godzilla cover. And high grade, these are rare as hell. You could even get this from Famous Monsters of Filmland back then. And the last couple they had, they were selling for like $35, and we're talking in like 81. So I only had, out of that lot of stuff that I'm sitting on, I only have 2 different issues of Heavy Metal, sadly. These are my last 2. My last 2 #6s, my last 2 #8s. $20 a piece. These are awesome. These have Den in them, Corbin. These are really good. But that's it. I don't have any more. I must have had, I think I sold like 20 each of those. All right, so. All right, let's just go quick here. What do we got? I forgot. Here's a RoboCop set, $10.
Prime suspect.
Those are beautiful, right?
Oh, yeah.
For $10. Halt. And my never-ending Shang-Chi 18
Shang-Chi, the
stash.
Master of Kung Fu.
Here's the 3 nice ones that I had. So I'll just go $14.99 on them. I have so many of those. Then the McFarlane one, $15
Number
each.
13.
Well, that's his last Spider-Man McFarlane
He had
image
enough for
before
Marvel.
before he decided to
Image
thrill us all
revolution.
with Spawn.
Spawn.
And here are those photograph ones. The specialties. That one's like a little beat up. There's something wrong with this, so I went 5. But all right, here's those 30 and 20. VF plus 30. VF 20, that's the difference. It's huge. These book for whatever, $14. So I just go $10. I don't care. And we got more of these. So
The Hobgoblin.
so many of these. So the near mint ones, I went $14.99, which is more than half a guide off. And then these ones, I went half guide at near mint plus. I mean, graded, they still do pretty good. But who the hell is grading $50 books anymore? Right? Why would someone do that? Sure, a
people with
9.8
the
on this is
disorder.
a 9.8 on this is probably what, $200 or whatever. But then you got to pay $60 to grade it. I don't know. It seems like a waste of my time. I don't know. Some more. Here's some supervillain team ups. The last of them. Then last the nice ones. So I specialed these off to $35. But the real tight ones, I'm going to keep at $50. That's a beauty. This predates this. So that's actually supervillain team up #1. Okay? And if you can't tell me that Namor versus Dr. Doom isn't the coolest thing
I mean,
of
it's
all
pretty
time.
cool. It is pretty cool.
They're still, like, not friends in this one, but I have a lot of these ones too.
Namor is hard
Supervillains.
to get along with.
These do book at 100, but I dry cut them in half to 50.
That's why I bought.
You get a nice VF Plus one. A VF Plus and a Near Mint are basically the same book. So, you know, I don't... The whole market's weird on this. Then I got a giant run of Avengers here.
The Avengers!
For a restock. These are always fun.
These are George Perez?
There's a bunch of them, yeah. There's that beauty. That's a beauty. I only got one of these left. $15. I just love that John Romita cover. Oh, God, he's the best. I can't tell who penciled it originally, but that's like all Romita inks. Because you can always tell. And you got Iron Man with the nose.
Yep.
The old nose. Nice Wanda cover.
King!
One of my favorites. Now, I didn't shop at Schindler's much as a kid at all. But the first time I ever went, I found one of these in their bin for 25 cents, and I was hooked for life. 25 cents, because I didn't have it. But look at that orange. Oh, it's a beauty. Man. Bid tomorrow. Goodbye, Jonathan Majors. Somebody asked me, what are they going to do? I'm like, they're going to recast him. Isn't Kane like 100 different characters?
Yeah, they have
Yeah, who
lots
cares?
of different kings to go around.
This is my favorite run of Avengers. This through like 200, and there's even a couple others after 200 that are good. But this is the best comics that Marvel ever did. The FFs are good too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and the X-Men are good too. Anyway, and Spider-Man. Anyway, Marvel did real good in the 70s. I guess is my point.
That
But
was the era.
Here's a Legion of the Unliving with the one guy from Shang-Chi that he fought and killed, Frankenstein, who I thought was dead anyway. And then Human Torch, Toro or whatever. And one of these guys dies on this cover, right? And I couldn't remember who it was.
It's probably the original Human Torch.
It's Mantis.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah. Because she's a girl and no one cares.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Disposable.
All right, so I got 4 of them, anywhere from fine to very fine. These do sell, though. Here's a great Gil Kane cover. You can always tell Gil Kane, bro. I think the inker is not Romita. It's probably Gayosha. It's hard to say. They don't label them. You know, you just got to kind of know. But, man, Gil Kane would just crank these things out. And this is one of the more grosser. I don't like this one, but it has a tie-in to the death of Captain Marvel. This one does, so it's like... It's kind of cool, right? It's a fill-in issue. And then this is also a fill-in issue. They do a lot of fill-in issues back then.
I promise serialized storytelling.
And these are awesome. These these original Guardians of the Galaxy ones with Perez art. Oh my
need
God.
for filler.
These are the best. Anything between like 161 to 177, that's the best run that they ever had. These are just so awesome. And they got the good team. And Thor shows up whenever. There's not a lot of early appearances of the original Guardians of the Galaxy, but this is like the fourth appearance outside of the tryout book they were in. But look at that intricate Perez art. The stars and everything. And Terry Austin inked it. Is there a better combination than George Perez and Terry Austin, bro?
Probably not.
There isn't. There just isn't. All right. Okay. And this next one, 175. Kind of looks like Nightcrawler, but it's Michael. And this is a Cockrum Austin.
Dave Cockrum.
If you look, it's hard to tell the difference, right? When Terry Austin inks it.
Because they tried to have a
Different penciler here.
A similar
different
style.
penciler, even though it kind of looks the same. I mean, Cockrum's pretty good too, though, especially back then. That's a beautiful cover. You could tell the Cockrum in the Iron Man face. He's got sad Iron Man face.
Yep, draws him just like the Hellfire
He's
guy.
so sad. And here's one of my favorites. Oh my God, this book. Look at that cover, Z. Look at the battle, bro. X-Men 100. I can't remember if this came out before. I think this came out before. So X-Men 100 is kind of a ripoff of this one, right? And this is Gil Kane. I don't think that's Romita, actually. Doesn't look like Romita. Can't tell. Iron Man with the nose, bro. Nose to nose. So I got a bunch of these. And they're like 10, 20, 25, 25, 25. They're beautiful. These are old too. Oh, and this is the one I got a million of. But I still got more. So here's a nice near mint one for 30. That's Perez cover. Can't tell who inked it though. Let's get in there. I can't tell who inked that. Somebody not very good. I don't think it's Vince Coletta. So See how the difference is? 5 to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the commission thing. All right, I got a bunch of these first Hellcats. This is all I got left, though. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 7 of these left. So I got FBF pluses. I don't have many of these left. 50 for these. These are awesome. A year ago, they were twice as much. You starting to get the pattern here?
I'm getting the pattern.
Okay. I don't have anything above VF. That's too bad. But these are pretty nice VFs. Oh my god. 50 bucks, why not? All right, so I still have, these are my last 2 of these.
Doctor
The first
Strange.
Shuma Gorath and Death of the Ancient One. These actually book at like $600. It's wrong. So I got it at $150 for VF and $75 for Fine Plus. Yeah, nobody's buying those. And this is just a garden variety one, so 10 bucks. Look at that wonderful Bruner cover. Oh, man, he's good. And some Spider-Mans.
Spider-Man.
All right, here's the second Carnage.
362.
He's still booked for a lot, and they do sell.
Because it's the Carnage trilogy.
So I got, let's see what the range is. So I got an ungraded one for 15. Ungraded one, mint. Okay, mints are 40. So I got 1. Near mint plus is 30. Near mint plus is 30. Near mint plus is 30. So why do I have a distinction between near mint plus and near mint? Right? Because this one you might get graded after you press it, but I wouldn't bother with these. If you're a grader, right? If you're going to go CGC, I wouldn't bother with these because I don't think these have a shot at 9.8 no matter what you do to it. But this one might. But who cares? I think a 9.8 of this is like 200 bucks, so who cares? You know, it doesn't, still don't understand. Oh, here's my favorite. Jim Starlin. Look at that, dude.
Warlock.
That's a ripoff of Patrick. This is a ripoff of Patrick.
Yeah.
Everything's a ripoff of Patrick, bro. I guess they went to the drive-in in New York and said, hey, I got an idea. How about a guy who's in a hospital bed and he has powers?
That is probably exactly what they did.
Oh, my. I'm out of these. This is my last batch of these, too. First Urza, Frank Miller cover. So 20, 10, 10. This is all. It's my last one of those. 20. And these are my. Oh, I still got a few of these, I think, but these cool 1976 Spider-Mans. 25 bucks for VF Plus. I don't know. Seems like a fair price to me. Some guys like, well, it's not high enough grade for me to grade it. I said, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not about the grade, it's about the value in the things.
This is like a pretty good comic, so you should probably read it. This is that weird 70s costume.
Yeah.
He hadn't like hung out with Ben Grimm at a bar and he was still a bad guy. But shortly after this he became like a good guy.
Became the heroic Sandman.
A human, well-rounded. I think I'm finally out of these too. I had a couple
Peter
hundred
Parker,
of these. This is all I got left of these. I got 2 of
Spider-Man.
them left and that's it. So I'm out of those. I'm out of these too. This is I had about 40 of these. This is a nice one.
Dracula doesn't get any younger.
This is the 4th blade, 3rd blade, 2nd blade. I don't know, but he's immune to vampires, bro. And these actually do sell. These are still good. So, and I got that one, 30 bucks, and then another early blade, 30 bucks. It's not on the cover though. This is surprisingly cheap, right? $3. And it's an original story. It's not a very good story. Inventory story. All right, we're getting down here. All right.
Partridge Family,
I
the
always keep crazy Charltons at $3 because people love these things. I mean, it's not the worst Charlton cover, and it's a spooky one, bro.
It is frightening.
The Cry in the Castle. Unfortunately, somebody put 3 cents on there, so you know. One of my favorite characters, Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
We got. This is all I got left of these. I got 3 left of those. I had about 40 of these, but that's all I got left. And they're cool at $15, right?
Oh yeah, all day long.
One of my favorite runs of Iron Man. I got these are. I mean, these are harder to get than people think. Go to a show, and go try to put together a Bob Layton Iron Man run. See if you can do it, bro. You'd be surprised.
It's very hard.
I mean, look at that. Who doesn't want that? The 3 mediocre villains. And in one of these issues, Iron Man kills a guy. Blows his heart out accidentally.
Whoops.
I don't think it's that one, though. And there's these things. I don't know. There's something very 1992 about that, isn't there?
Yep, it was symbiotes were all
Does it
the
suck
rage.
or is it awesome?
It's awesome. But then again, my taste is skewed because I was brought up to think this
I
is
didn't
cool.
have an answer to that question.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't. Does it suck or is it awesome? I can't tell.
this was maximum cool for me.
Then we got Dual Dent, Anima, and we got these. I got a few left of
The
these.
battle for the alien
I'm down
costume.
to VF Plus ones though, so here's a big difference. VF Plus 30 and Near Mint 50. This is the last of my Luke Cages that I had squirreled away. $10 each. This is like his 4th appearance. So, well, of course, number 4. Yeah. Well, one of my favorite 90s books. These always sell. Look at that. That's Pre-Infinity Gauntlet number 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And look, it's got bumps on it. You want to feel my bumps?
The bumps.
My
It
Silver Surfer bumps.
protrudes.
Those are the
It
days when
protrudes.
you could be blind
Embossed.
and know what comic it is.
It's Braille.
Oh, they have that now?
Said it's Braille.
Then we got, these are fucking rare. Now, the rights, let's see here now.
Back to Marvel.
Well, Marvel owns Aliens, Predator, but not Terminator.
Nope, they do not.
So
yeah.
this will never get reprinted. right?
Never.
There's no way this will ever get reprinted. $50. It's probably too cheap, actually, but it's not a bad comic. There's another one that's 12 issues that's better, but this one's pretty cool. And the art's real good, too. But these are kind of hard to find. I was sitting on 3 issues of it, and I finally got the one I was missing. So there you go. Oh, there's some more of that Carmine Infantino garbage we all love.
The sound of Armageddon.
Look at that. Just terrible effort in every way, shape, or form. And Terry Austin inked it. Can you imagine if he wouldn't have? It would just be thrown away.
Yeah.
Another Terry Austin ink.
Versus, yeah, that
This looks
creature.
like Tony DeZinga or somebody. It's I don't know who did that.
The
cover,
fate of
actually.
Luke
I cannot
Skywalker
tell.
was
It's just
revealed in Star Wars: Last Jedi.
terrible. It's a bad comic too. Oh, let's look at it though. Okay, so number 11. This is they started doing the new stuff started not 7. Was it 7 or 8? Anyway, with
Right
the
after
bunny.
the movie,
Remember the
yeah.
bunny guy?
Yeah, Jax with the bunny.
Let's see the quality of this one, bro. How's this one looking? Number 11, back in 1978. Later, brother.
Take care, man.
It's the fate of Luke Skywalker with the droids.
Well,
so
yeah.
we got Carmine Infantino and Terry Austin, bro. Look at that terrible Millennium Falcon. It's like
Well, they-
Tico drew a Micronauts comic.
It's his most
Remember-
amount of effort they're gonna do.
Terry Austin inked this.
I know.
Can you imagine what this looked like without him? The greatest
Worse.
inker of his time. So there's some weird furry guy. I don't know who he is. God, this is bringing back like bad memories. Oh, there's the bunny guy.
Yep.
There he is, Jax or whatever his name is. Oh my God. Oh boy. I don't know why anybody would want this. Ugh, God. I mean, look at Han Solo's in his. Everybody's got like should get their clothes ironed or something. I don't know. And there's this chick. Who's this chick? Her name is the Lady Pirate. That's all her name is, Lady Pirate. That's a dumb name.
It is.
How can that be? She doesn't even get a name. Lady Pirate.
The Lady Pirate.
Man, look at that. There's something about it though. This comic
It has a texture.
The ads and everything. I don't know. Look at that. It's beautiful.
That's what 1979 looked like.
78.
78.
Kind of the peak, Marvel's first peak.
Yep.
That this was a big diet, but then of course the paper shortage, the economy fell to shit, and it all went away. But for a while, 1978, they could do no wrong. Look at that coming soon.
Captain
The
Marvel.
cool Carol Danvers, the drinker. Well, there's a rider. Bro is gonna save him. Weren't they on a water world with monsters? Not the Dagobah, but wasn't there another plot with a monster? Oh yeah, the weird Mandalorian.
Yes, when they
creature
first
thing.
meet Boba Fett.
I don't know. $10. You could do worse. I gotta retape it though. Oh, here's one of my faves.
Sword and sorcery.
1973 DC one. Not rare. For whatever reason, this is not a rare book, but it's cool. It's got Adams, Kaluta, Gray Morrow, Howard Chaykin. First appearance of Fawford and Gray Mauser. If anybody knows who they are, they're pretty cool. $20. Seems like a bargain. Here's a Carnage. I already showed that on another video. The Carnage
Cardiac.
cameo, $25. Cardiac, bro. Some of that. Oh, there it is.
Jim Lee X-Men.
It'll sell too. How can that comic be $10? How can that be? How can that be? But that's the way it is. Some Ghost Riders. And last but least, a Black Widow book. Full set. 1 through 6.
Marvel
$10.
Knights.
Look at that butt.
Marvel Knights.
She's got such a great butt. That shines
She's
on
in
her butt.
a Leafieldian pose.
Sinkovich.
No, I mean the way she's
Right.
posed is all Leafield.
There she is. The things they say about her. Looks a lot like Scarlett Johansson.
Things they say, but she wasn't even invented yet by then. They got so
No.
lucky.
No, what year is this? 05.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they had some plans in 05. What year was
Hopefully.
Iron Man again?
08, 09.
Well,
But yeah, I mean,
All right, so there were no plans.
well,
you were correct, sir.
maybe they were
You are correct,
influenced.
sir.
They were
I get-
influenced by the media itself.
Time is weird for me, so. So anyway, this is my last batch of comics
For now.
that I got. Well, I'm going to put them out now, you know. And I'll get some more. I'm working on, I got a Doctor Strange deal I'm working on. I should probably call up my guy. I could go for some Doctor Stranges. But the market is really, really tight right now. And the less money that I spend, the better off I'm going to be. So I'm just going to be sitting here with quality merchandise. I want you to come on in. Buy some comics from Steve Brown at Cedar Cliff Collectibles in Eagan, Minnesota. Which I'm sorry we don't put that on the videos.
Yeah, it was Egan. Like Michael Egan.
So hopefully something cool will come in. And I'll do
Yep.
another video. See ya.